Welcome back to Exposing Human Trafficking. In the description below, I'm going to post a link to a photograph, and I'm going to explain some of Brad Pitt's tattoos. He's gotten a bunch of tattoos because of me. I kind of liked tattoos when I was younger. Now I'm creeped out by them. I don't like them. He shows these tattoos in the movie Fight Club. When he came to Tel's Plaza August 7th of 2018, he told me that he had 3 tattoos about me. And he's gotten more. And I'll tell you all about those too. He said that one of them that's on his bicep, everybody thought was about his ex, which was Angie. He calls her Angie. But that it was really about me. And it's one of these rummy verses, twin flame thing. And it's something about, beyond, you know, right and wrongdoing, there is a field, and one day I'll meet you there. I don't think so. I really don't. Supposedly once you get to that field, there's nothing to say. Bullshit. He's hurt too many people. And it just pisses me off that he would think that there's some magic wand that's going to make everything that he's ever done to anybody just go away. It doesn't work like that. He's hurt way too many people. You could look up that rummy verse. I mean, everybody knows it. He later went on to put a shadow. I guess he's referring to his shadow self, which is some more made up twin flame bullshit that people have made up that has nothing to do with Plato's Symposium. But back to the ones that I'm going to link up. It's the ones at Fight Club. And this is going to piss you off. Because this is how low he is. He learned about my multiple personality disorder in therapy. And then he decided through Studio B, or rather Plan B, which again is my creation, because Plan B was if I couldn't make it to get away from my stepfather in Hollywood, I was going to commit suicide by drinking some pills. So, of course, since he hasn't an original thought in his mind, he stole all my ideas. And he made Fight Club. The girl Marla in the movie, that's one of my altars. The line where Marla says, what am I supposed to do is, well, this was my line. We were talking in therapy, and I said, what am I supposed to do when I get married? Tell the guy, I haven't been eaten out that way since the 6th grade. Well, of course, Brad changed it to, I haven't been fucked that way since the 6th grade or since middle school. Marla has black hair that's kind of like short and kind of like layered and stuff. That's because I chopped off all my hair so that my stepfather might not find me attractive and leave me alone. Of course, it didn't work. So then I dyed it black because I was grieving. And it didn't work. So what does Brad Pitt do? He takes my misery and he makes a movie based on my real life so he can go make some more money and get more famous. Because if he had any intentions of helping me, he would have done the right thing and come forward by now and expose this whole mess. But he's not going to do that. Because the night of the ritual, which was July 20, 1989 in Chatsworth, California, with Our Lady of Endor Satanist Coven, he was promised $300 million in a career as a movie star. And they told him that he would have everything and I would have nothing. Their little bullshit curses never worked because I always have something. I work for it. I don't get involved in criminal activity. I don't hurt others. I earn it. And it's mine. So, back to Fight Club tattoos. Brad's first tattoo is the one that you see on his left shoulder. It's a cat with a top hat on it. That's because I liked cats, and my stepfather had killed my cats on 2 separate occasions. On the second occasion, he skinned her, baked her in the oven, and was trying to force me to eat her. And since I wouldn't eat her, he starved me for a week, and I survived on Tootsie Rolls. The cat has a top hat on because one of my alters wears a top hat, and his name is Topper. And you'll see that he has what looks like a cigar. It's really supposed to be a cigarette because I taught Brad Pitt, well, so he claims, how to smoke cigarettes. And his friend was starting to do tattoos, and his friend made it for him. He has another tattoo over his heart, which is a girl with a veil on. That's me. Because I always liked wearing veils. I don't know why. Since I was a little girl, like 2 and 3 years old. My cousin was a nun, and she used to wear a veil. And I wanted to wear a nun. I wanted to be a nun. And so I would put stuff on my head. I'd put skirts on my head, blankets on my head. I loved veils. And the veil that I loved the most was the veil that I was looking to wear one day for my wedding day. Which, of course, Brad has ruined that. Because every time I get into a relationship, if he hasn't orchestrated that relationship to try to get me to comply and do the ritual, then he's broken us up by showing my boyfriends the porn videos, which are of me being raped and edited. Nice guy, right? He later got another tattoo on his forearm. That was when he crossed out the A on his wrist for Angie. And he got a B tattoo. That B tattoo showed up after I broke my shoulder. I broke it October 26th of 2019 in an accident. And he's in a video with Adam Sandler, and he's holding his arm the way I was holding my arm when I first broke it, because I couldn't straighten my arm out. And the B represents a few things. There was an art show in Taos, and it was about bees, and different artists submitted their work about bees. There was paintings, there were statues, jewelry, posters, mobiles. Everything was all about bees. And I had gone to that art show, and Brad was there in disguise. And when he saw me, he snuck out. The owner of the art gallery also told me that Robert Redford had gone there. And I did see Robert Redford walking around South Plaza while I was busking. So those are Brad Pitt's tattoos. When I met him, he didn't have any. But he got them because he thought, well, he knew that I thought they were cool. But now I really don't care for them. I don't care for anything that ties back to him. I don't care about motorcycles. I don't care about expensive cars. I don't care about anything if it has to do with him. The best part of my life was the time that I had where I couldn't remember him because I'd asked the doctors to take him out of my existence. Knowing about him is hell. Knowing what he did to me is hell. The sight of him makes me sick because he's trash and he's selfish. He's a criminal and he doesn't care about anybody but himself. And he will always be a human trafficking boyfriend, not a real boyfriend, not a real fiancé, and not a real love. If he were, this nonsense would have stopped back July 21st, 1989. But he's gone along with them. And all that money he has is not going to cure his AIDS. They say, oh, well, just because you're HIV positive doesn't mean that you're going to get AIDS. I don't know. I've seen too many people get AIDS, even though they're taking medication. It's very rare that someone's meds work for the rest of their life, from what I've seen. Science might tell you something else, but the only miracle that I've seen is Magic Johnson. Everyone else that I've personally known that have been HIV positive eventually succumbs to AIDS. And it's a long, horrible, painful death. It's excruciating. I've seen the fevers, I've seen the vomiting, I've seen the diarrhea, I've seen the wasting away. I've seen the tumors, the rashes, the night sweats. And it's basically like The Walking Dead. Because no matter how much you feed that person, they will not keep it in. And they'll be losing 5, 10, 15 pounds a week. Because they are burning everything up and they end up eating themselves. I know someone that when they did their autopsy, the person must have been weighing, it was a guy, maybe 70 or 80 pounds. And his sister told me when they did the autopsy, his entire stomach and intestinal system was just full of maggots. She said there were worms, parasites, eating him from the inside. And it is horrific to know that you cannot do something for someone because this disease is just going to kill him in the end. So whether or not he has developed AIDS, I don't care. But I don't want to be around him. I don't want anything to do with HIV positive. I don't want to know about it. Thank goodness I didn't catch that disease. Because I have the God and the Goddess. And Father Odin watches my back. And takes care of me. Unlike the Christ. You know, it's funny, I'd be pleading the blood of Jesus while they be sodomizing me or raping me, asking Jesus to save me, and Jesus did nothing. And Odin, that I didn't even know, showed up and saved me. That's real God. So I will leave a link in the description below to a picture of Brad Pitt from Fight Club where you see the tattoos. And give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell and share, so that there's not one more victim of human trafficking. Thank you.